Terrifying prehistoric animals you're glad are extinct by ultimate fact. All right. It's the primeval Gorgonopsid versus the future predator. Oh, wait. Because there's two of these by the same guy. Oh, first one. Okay.
Dinosaurs might get most of the glory in museums and on screen. However, when dinosaurs roamed the Earth, it was still a bit of a...
Oh. Jurassic Park / World footage. That one was easy. I also don't know why we're using footage from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, because that movie's very bad.
blip compared to the entire time of the planet has been around. There are more gigantic, toothy, and winged creatures that existed way back when that are straight up terrifying.
Okay, using the future predator from Primeval is a bad example because it doesn't exist.
Here are the top 20 prehistoric animals you're glad are extinct. Antelodon.
Antelodon, noted, butchered pronunciation. Antelodon. I hope we're into a Brontothere voiced by fucking Robin Williams.
This look-alike dinosaur, but giant wildlife
Okay, incorrect taxonomy. I mean, like, he's calling it a look-alike dinosaur, so maybe that's not... Does that count as incorrect taxonomy? Like, dinosaur look-alike would be more grammatically appropriate there. Yeah, and saying that the dinosaurs existed for a blip is not exactly accurate. They lasted for, I want to say, 150 million years. Like, if you compare that to, you know, the Paleozoic, that was a lot longer. But you compare that to the Cenozoic, that's like almost triple how long we've been around. Because, like, the way he said it makes it sound like look-alike dinosaurs, like they are dinosaurs. If he said dinosaur look-alikes, then that would grammatically be more correct. So, because I'm a pedant, I'm going to say that's incorrect taxonomy.
Though it was more closely related to hippos and whales than pigs, its skull was generally pig-like.
Sure. I mean, pronunciation issues aside, which we've covered multiple times, Antelodon could have been worse. Maybe that was one of the 3 wishes that he used. It's just like, hey, make my section not the worst.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus.
A study by Sankar Chatterjee, a Texas Tech University professor, claims that Quetzalcoatlus would not have been able to fly.
Oh, Christ. I don't know why the hell you'd use that study. Jesus Christ. Okay, so there was a very short-lived idea that because as darkids like Quetzalcoatlus were mostly hunting on the ground, that maybe they wouldn't have been able to fly at all. And yeah, we are now using footage of unrelated pterosaurs, because this is from Walking with Dinosaurs, because even when it's this low res, I can tell, alright? I can fucking tell. There was the idea, the short-lived idea, that as darkids like Quetzalcoatlus and like Hatzegopteryx couldn't fly at all because they were spending most of their time on the ground, where they were foraging for food. This is no longer believed to be the case at all, so I don't even think this really lasted all that long. I think this is just silly and wrong and outdated, so yeah.
Instead, the Protosaur would soar and glide.
Protosaur? Come on, man.
In a similar fashion as the albatross.
Okay, albatrosses can also fly. And they kind of have to fly to get into the gliding state in the first place. Jesus Christ.
Recent studies have estimated Quetzalcoatlus to weigh around 200 to 250 kilograms. They are huge, the size of a giraffe or a small plane that has a beak that is a massive 2.5 meters long.
Fucking hell of a run-on sentence there. God damn. Oh, wait, you're right, because that was the Primeval clip. That just had sound effects. So yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
So it's large enough to eat humans, at least children, teens, and small adults. Liopleurodon. Despite needing to breathe air, Liopleurodon spent its entire life at sea and was...
Yeah, like a lot of animals, like whales and sea turtles and shit.
Unable to leave the water.
Yeah,
consequently,
like
it would have given birth to its young alive and may have visited shallower water to breed. Until recently, the longest confirmed adult specimen was 18 meters.
Oh, Christ. 18 meters.
Some paleontologists believe that it was rather swift in the water and could...
Yeah, he's not even correcting himself there. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, no, 18 meters is absolutely ridiculous. That is an absurd length. Again, this is around a great white shark-sized animal. We're going with the Walking with Dinosaurs Liopleurodon measurement because, of course we are.
Possibly swim as fast as a shark, which is about 25 miles per hour, which is about
Mosasaur.
5 times faster than the fastest human swimming speed of 5 miles per hour.
Okay. Okay, so it was as fast as a shark, which is 25 miles an hour, which is 5 times as fast as a human could swim, which is 5 miles an hour. Great, that's good.
Forest Rahisid.
Forest Rahisid. Forest Rajasid. Entire clade of animals, it's Forest Rockids, as it always is. And its butchered pronunciation. Oh my god. We have to listen to that again.
Forest Rahisid.
Forest Rahisid.
This terror bird ranged in height from 1 to 3 meters. Most forest hasids were very fast runners.
Forest Hasids. He's gonna say it so many different times. And also, that Forest, that motherfucker had dino arms. Hold up, look at it. He's got like straight up Jurassic Park Velociraptor arms. What the fuck? What is this from? This just says at YouTube movies and shows. What is this from?
More like Furus rancid. Pu.
P.U. Woo-wee. Low tide. Oh, Terror Bird's a 2016 movie? Oh my god.
On relatively small animals that could be dispatched with a minimum of struggle. This is due to the fact that the Forest Rahisid's beak proportions, the jaw could not generate a great deal of bite force, which would kill the prey. American lions. Along with short-faced bears, these lions were the biggest predators that were preserved in the La Brea tar pits. They went extinct about 13,000 years ago, around the same time as the mammoths and other large animals they would have preyed upon.
I mean, I don't know if American lions would have preyed upon glyptodons. I'm pretty sure glyptodons were pretty much South American only. But whatever.
Josepho Artigazia Money.
Oh my god, it's fucking Big Chungus again. What is with the big rodents? Fucking... I feel like when it comes to the animals you're glad are extinct one, like this one just automatically checks off this
You
one.
go to a cannibal restaurant with a friend and are asked what you want. Your friend speaks up saying, for us, raw hasid.
Good. We got fucking Big Chungus again. It's just like, you're so glad that a big rabbit is extinct, or a big rat, or a big capybara. It's like, no, I don't care. Those already exist.
Easy. How do you feel about rodents? Get a little creeped out by mice and rats?
No.
If so,
Rats are wonderful creatures. Rats are adorable, and they're very friendly, and they can literally die of loneliness. Bet you feel like an asshole now.
Josepho Artigazia Manizi might be the reason you're glad you live now instead of 3 million years ago. At about 2,200 pounds, the South American animal was the biggest rodent we've ever found remains of. It had giant front teeth that researchers think it probably used like elephants use their tusks to root around in the dirt for food and...
Or like how modern day rodents use their fucking teeth. Like, dude, come on, man.
Maybe to fight off predators. Andrewarchus. This prehistoric animal was a large mammal that lived in the Paleogene period.
Okay, first of all, I'm pretty sure that Andrewarchus is from the Eocene. Second of all, this says Pleistocene. Third of all, these animals aren't even from the Pleistocene. That's an Arsinotherium. That looks like a Miratherium. That's some kind of Brontotherium, I want to say. Jesus fucking Christ.
It was an early enterodactyl hoofed animal related to hippos and whales. One interesting fact is that Andrewarchus was discovered in Mongolia by naturalist Roy Chapman Andrews, after whom the genus was subsequently named. Andrewarchus was a large snouted predator and, based on skull measurements, may have been the largest ever carnivorous mammal that lived on the earth.
Okay. Largest ever carnivorous mammal doesn't count when whales exist. Yeah, rats are evil because they purposely live short lives, so you can't enjoy their company for more than like 2 years. I don't think he specified on land. He said on Earth. Whales eat meat. Fish is meat. Fish is meat. Hell, krill is meat. Right? And also giant squids are meat. Yeah, I feel like the video's getting worse as it goes on, but like, we'll see. We'll see.
Basilosaurus.
Basilosaurus.
Although its name, which includes the word saurus, suggests that Basilosaurus was a reptile, it was later found to be a mammal. In fact, Basilosaurus was an early whale that lived in the Eocene epoch of the Paleogene.
Okay, well now it's using fucking, like, this is like Pachycetus and fucking, what's it called? Ambulocetus. When we're at the point of Basilosaurids basically having fucking vestigial legs. Yeah, like, on the Earth, I assume means, like, the planet Earth, which also includes the oceans.
Basilosaurus was around 21 meters long and had a 1.
Okay, we've already got wild size overestimate. 21 meters. That's around 66-ish feet, I want to say. Maybe more like 63. That's reasonable, I want to say. Basilosaurus is pretty damn long. Yeah, the chapter was this big predator. What the fuck? And this whole thing was American lions, even though it was like 4 animals.
0.5 meter skull. Its jaws were full of long, dagger-like teeth. Analysis of its skull suggests that it may have been the strongest bite force of any animal. Basilosaurus.
No, that's Megalodon. You got that mixed up, didn't you? Megalodon is the one that has the highest bite force. I don't know where the fuck you got that from for Basilosaurus. I've never heard anything like that. I bet its bite would suck, but yeah, no, that's just wrong.
This is considered to have been common in the Tethys Sea. It was one of the largest animals of the Paleogene. It was the top predator.
Okay, hold on. Okay, is the Eocene... Yeah, okay, it's part of the Paleogene period. Okay, so that's not wrong. It's just... I wouldn't mind if you specified that it's from the Eocene.
Of its environment, preying on sharks, large fish, and other marine animals, namely the dolphin-like Durodon, which seems to have been their predominant food source.
Maybe? I feel like it would be difficult to definitively say that without stomach contents or coprolites, which coprolites for whales are kind of hard to come by because of, like... It's the water. Like, as far as I'm aware, aquatic coprolites aren't impossible to come by, but, you know, this animal does live in the water. I don't think it's safe to say that, like, oh yeah, Basilosaurus was, like, eating Durodon all the time, even in the context of the Walking with Beasts episode that showcases Basilosaurus preying on Durodon. This is a very desperate animal that was, like, driven to this because it had basically no other options.
Castoroids.
Is this another big
It was a
fucking rat?
2.5 meter long giant beaver that lived in North America during the Pleistocene epoch. It is the...
This guy can't pronounce fucking anything.
Castoroids will not likely attack any entity unless aggravated to do so. Often, giant beavers who reside close to swamps will be forced to defend their territory and fight against wandering Dilophosaurs. And
Wait. He's getting this off of ARK. He's getting it off of ARK. There's no fucking way he's saying that this beaver was fighting off Dilophosaurus. This has to be a thing that happens in ARK. Okay, that's thumbnail bait. And it's gotten worse. Once we hit the point where it gets the thumbnail bait, the video gets worse. Oh my god. It's treating information from ARK as if it's like actual paleontological information. Like, he was using enough footage from ARK that I was just like, is it gonna happen? And it did. Wonderful.
invading titanoboas.
Oh my God.
Sometimes they can even be grouping up against larger predators like carnos and swarms of smaller predators like raptors and terror birds.
Oh my God.
Dire wolf. Another big predator that's commonly found in the La Brea tar pits, this wolf series was about the same length as the modern gray wolf. But
this wolf series? You make it sound like it's a fucking product, which it is now because of Colossal. I've never played ARK, right? But like, whenever the AI in some of these videos says something fucking ridiculous, it usually ends up coming from ARK. That was like, the Arthropleura spitting venom thing. That was an ARK thing. The dire wolf. I hear people call them wolves sometimes. It's like a dialect thing. I know he's mispronounced plenty of things like La Brea tar
La
pits.
Brea tar pits, this wolf series was about the same length as the modern gray wolf, but it weighed.
Yeah, it's just a dialect thing. It's an accent sort of thing.
Gray wolf populations have found a comeback in recent years thanks to reintroduction programs in places like Yellowstone National Park. You'll be
And
amazed.
also apparently the La Brea tar pits. Yeah, I think he meant species. I don't even think the dire wolf is a species anymore, or a species of wolf anymore, which...
To know the most amazing top 10 prehistoric kingdom list, and here we go.
Snippety snap.
Obapinia.
Yeah!
Some
Snippety
creatures seem
snap!
pretty creepy, even though they're not enormous like this 3-inch arthropod.
Yeah!
Opabinia was a flat-bodied swimmer with 5 eyes and 30 swimming fins and a long tube sticking off the front of his face, with what looks like a Venus flytrap on the end. It probably stuck that long tube down into the sandy seabed to catch worms.
Perfectly reasonable. Based Snippety Snap. He got away with a perfectly reasonable entry.
Antelodon. It was a giant armadillo of the Pliocene and Pleistocene epochs, with a shell that was around 1.5 meters in length and a total body length of around 3.3 meters. It would have been an impressive sight
You
walking
gotta blur out his little man ass.
through the South American forests and grasslands.
3 inches is massive. WDYM?
Listen, it's how you use the little Snippety Snap, not the size of the Snippety Snap.
In which it lived. Hyenodon is a genus of large carnivorous mammals that lived from the Eocene.
Wait, why are we talking about hyenodons now? Wait, what did I miss?
Been an impressive sight walking through the South American forests and grasslands in which it lived. Hyenodon is a genus of large carnivorous mammals that lived from the Eocene and the mid-Biocene epochs.
Biocene?
The largest hyodons were among the
Hyodon?
largest
What the
predators
fuck's
of their
happening?
time. Ichthyosaurs.
Oh my god, this guy can't pronounce anything. Okay, what the fuck just happened? He started talking about hyenodon for some reason. I'm counting that as getting mixed up, dude. That was... What the fuck? That was fucking weird. Yeah, Ichthyosaurus. I mean, okay, saying that a giant beaver can fend off a fucking Dilophosaurus. Yeah, that's... I would say that's not only outlandish thumbnail bait, and video gets worse as it goes on, but also overhyping an animal. So yeah. Got that one. Pack hunting with the beavers? That's just saying that they, like, live together. That's not really pack hunting.
This extinct genus was thought to have become the most terrifying extinct creatures early in the late Cretaceous. During
What? Okay, that's a meaningless statement. Was thought to be one of the most terrifying early in the late Cretaceous. Listen, I miss the term Middle Cretaceous as much as anyone else does. What the fuck, dude? Okay, so... Ichthyosaurs, as far as I'm aware, had pretty much already gone extinct by the late Cretaceous. There were some late surviving ones into the early Cretaceous, but they were the exception, right? Ichthyosaurs were on their way out. And this is Ichthyosaurus, specifically. And that, I want to say, was like early Jurassic. But if you're talking about the whole group of ichthyosaurs, but just saying Ichthyosaurus because you've very much so gotten confused, or rather you're saying Ichthyosaurus because you've gotten very confused, then fuck, dude. Even then, they had gone extinct by the late Cretaceous, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
the Cenomanian about 95 million years ago. The Ichthyosaurus thus would have disappeared much earlier than other larger Mesozoic reptile groups that generally survived until the end of Cretaceous. Mary Anning has been credited with the first discovery of ichthyosaur fossils.
Ichthyosaur? Fuck me, dude.
Although this is not entirely true,
What?
she did help to discover the first specimen of Ichthyosaurus to be known by the scientific community of London.
What, you just said that... Hold the fuck up. You said that, like, oh, she was credited with discovering it, but that's not true. But yes, it was. What the fuck are you talking about? I have no words.
Epicyon.
Epicyon.
Before dire and grave wolves roamed North America, an even bigger member of the canine family, in fact, was here. Epicyon lived between 12 and 6 million years ago and was the size of a grizzly bear, weighing as much as...
Then we got to adjust the sludge we glossed over the little arthropod and the terrifying creature listening to Hyenodon hijacked
It
last
didn't
entry.
mention Ichthyotitan. I'm rioting.
Well, this was 4 years ago, so I don't know if Ichthyotitan existed yet. And yeah, like, this video is so fucking messy. Like, Hyenodon just invades another fucking, entry for no fucking reason whatsoever. And like, Opabinia, like, I was happy to see Opabinia because I love my little snippety snap boy. But like, yeah. I'm floored, dude. This is really bad.
Is 300 pounds according to the Florida Museum. That's like 2 Newfoundland dogs or 3 Great Danes. That's one amazing fact. Definitely this name should be included in the prehistoric park if there were any. Moschops.
Really?
They were heavily built plant.
I mean, hey, it's something new. We don't often get to see this guy. But really, oh, this is going to be another ARK thing, isn't it?
Eaters, and they may have lived partly in water as hippopotamuses do. They have short, thick heads that might have competed by headbutting each other. With a versatile palate and tough teeth, Moschops can be tamed for a unique ability. Over time, it can be accurately taught exactly which things to gnaw, increasing the likelihood of harvesting the specific resource its master desires.
Oh my god. I knew it was going to be ARK stuff. God damn. It's just ARK. That's all it is. We don't, apparently we don't know enough about Moschops, so fuck it, ARK stuff.
Even after taming, it will quickly flee when enemies are nearby. Kronosaurus.
Another
body length estimates.
Another pliosaur.
Largely based on the 1959 Harvard reconstruction, had previously put the total length of Kronosaurus at 12.8 meters. However, more than recent studies comparing fossil specimens of Kronosaurus to other pliosaurs suggests that...
Hey, he got pliosaurs right, and it seems like he's on the money about the Harvard specimen being a bit too long.
The Harvard reconstruction may have included too many vertebrae, exaggerating the previous estimate, with the true length probably only 9 to 10.9 meters. Their teeth exceed 7 centimeters in length, 12 centimeters crowns. However, they lack carinae and the distinct trihedral of Pliosaurus and Liopleurodon teeth. Megatherium.
That seemed like a lot of stuff that was probably just gotten right off of Wikipedia, but I'm fine with that as opposed to like the ARK wiki.
It was a giant ground sloth that lived in South America from the Pliocene to the end of the Pleistocene. Thought to have weighed up to 4 tons and being 6 in length, it was one of the big...
What? 6 in length? What? That said 6 inches.
This sludge is very sloppy. Poor presentation.
No fucking kidding. 6-inch Megatherium? I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be saying like, I don't know, 6 meters maybe. That might be about right. That's like 24 feet-ish. 6 inches? But then he's like also saying like 4 tons in weight and 6 in length. That makes it sound like he's saying it was 6 tons in length. I mean, that might count with height mixed up with length, but that's weight mixed up. Fuck it. I'm counting that. Fuck it.
Length. It was one of the biggest animals of its day. Megatherium had...
Megatherium, my god. If you had a perfect clone of a Megatherium that was only 6 inches long, would you torture it? Would you stick it in a little jar and fuck around with it?
Had large claws, which may have been used for burrowing rather than for climbing. This huge...
I mean, they would have been used for foraging. Maybe they would have been used for burrowing. I know that, like, some giant ground sloths did end up digging burrows. I don't know about Megatherium, though.
Hornless rhino lived during...
Wait. Hornless rhino?
Oligocene epoch.
Oligocene? Motherfucker.
May have been used for burrowing rather than for climbing. This huge hornless rhino lived...
Oh my god, he's getting it mixed up with like an Andrichothere. Holy shit, dude. This is insane. This is so fucking insane.
During Oligocene epoch, weighing up to 20 tons and standing up to 4.8 meters tall, it may have been the...
Okay, he is repeating himself. He's repeating himself on how much it weighs and how tall it is.
Largest land mammal ever to have lived.
No, it wasn't. You're mixing that up with a fucking Andrichothere. Oh my god. Paraceratherium was the hornless rhino that was like the biggest land mammal to have ever lived. You're saying that for Megatherium. Motherfucker. This is insane. I can't believe this is a real video. Yeah, I just replaced this. But fuck it, like I'm gonna say that like mixing up metrics is the way to go in the future.
Smilodon.
Smilodon.
Together, they have been known as cyber-toothed cats.
Cyber-toothed cats? And what do you mean together? You just mentioned it. Motherfucker, this sucks. This is the worst video ever.
The best known is the Smilodon, which is also known as the cyber-toothed tiger.
What the fuck? What do you mean? You're not saying anything. Hold on, I have to hear that again. Let me hear that full sentence again.
Smilodon. Together, they have been known as cyber-toothed cats. The best known is the Smilodon, which is also known as the cyber-toothed tiger. 3 species.
Oh my fucking god. My head hurts, dude. I can't even dissect that. I'm gonna get another fucking sinus migraine again. We have to move on.
Species of Smilodon have been discovered. The biggest Smilodon populator was bigger than a tiger and may have been the biggest cat species ever. Smilodons lived during the Pleistocene epoch and were found in both North and South America. What a relief.
Sure, and that's actually a fucking real map of North and South America. I'll take it.
That they don't exist anymore. Scary animal indeed. Gorgonospid.
Gorgonospid.
But first, do us a favor, click on that like button to inspire us, subscribe.
500 blinkers are healthier than this.
500 fucking milliliters of lighter fluid being drank is healthier than this. I want to kill myself.
To our channel so you don't miss any interesting videos. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Gorgonopsid is the most dangerous extinct animal clade of non-mammalian synapsids from the Permian period.
Jesus Christ. This is once again a whole clade being used. Are we actually gonna... Is it gonna do the thing that it's done for ARK, but with Primeval? I'm very interested in knowing.
Gorgonopsians were quadrupedal predators with prominent canine teeth, and the largest species were the apex predators of their ecosystems. Like other non-mammalian synapsids, Gorgonopsians were once described as mammal-like reptiles due to their mix of mammalian and reptilian traits.
Sure.
This look-alike dinosaur but monster animal are
Once again, we go with look-alike dinosaur rather than dinosaur look-alike.
really scary that anyone should be glad of its extinction.
Aww.
Woolly mammoth.
Why are we glad the woolly mammoth is extinct? What the fuck? It's just a big hairy elephant.
No list of prehistoric animals would be complete without the woolly mammoth.
Oh, it's because the AI has completely lost the plot and has forgotten that this is supposed to be a list of terrifying prehistoric animals that you're supposed to be glad are extinct. Which, by the way, I feel like the clade of mammals counts enough that like we could say that they're focusing on mammals too much. So yeah.
Mammoths were prehistoric members of the elephant family. They lived during the Pliocene and Pleistocene epochs.
They lived during the Ice Age movies.
Mammoth is a species of mammoth that lived towards the end of this period. A similar size to African elephant, the woolly mammoth...
Woolly mammoths were closer in size to Asian elephants, if I'm not mistaken. And even then, I think they were a bit smaller because they had to be more compact. Because they live in frozen tundras. So yeah.
Was covered in fur, an adaptation for living during the Ice Age.
Adaptation.
So, are you happy with their extinction? What
No.
would happen if they were still alive today? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Like,
Dear God, that was so awful. I can't... It was so fast. It all came at me so fucking fast. It like blindsided me over and over again. It's just like... I felt like I got punched in the face like 50 different fucking times. This is... I say this every fucking time. This is one of the worst that we have ever watched. The most fierce mammal to ever live. The clip, Ice Age 2. Got clickbaited. Yep, someone noticed the ARK stuff. Can I do an actually good top of whatever this video is attempted to be initially? I've considered it. I would like set up criteria beforehand to be like, oh hey, like when I say that something is like the worst or you're the most glad this is extinct, like this is the criteria I'm going on. Cause like they never do this. They never actually like explain why they rank the things they do in the order they do. I would try to do that.